Hey guys, welcome to Shadow Skull Studios. It's Red Wolf. We're doing another deck list on this awesome Friday. And basically we're gonna be doing another Voltron commander. I know people are probably tired of seeing Voltron commanders, but I enjoy them. I love just putting everything on one big creature, especially on certain ones. But also, guys, I gotta ask, if you enjoy my content, please like and subscribe for more stuff in the future. Comment down below how you would change the deck, what other stuff you would like to do, like different takes, what commanders you might want me to try and build around, stuff like that, or just themes. And then, yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. For this one, we are doing Ukama Stalking Shadow. It partners with Kazur, Ruthless Stalker, which won't be in the deck. It's just going to be a black-blue Dimir Voltron deck. Can't be blocked, which makes it really good. And when it leaves the battlefield, it deals X damage to target player, and you gain X life, where X is its power. So immediately, really love this commander. I built this as a Voltron commander before, but some more fun equipment have come out. And so yep, let's go into it with our creatures. We have Arm Guard Familiar. Equipped creature has +2/+1 in Ward 2. Blade of the Oni, which will increase its base power toughness. But this is also another creature on its own. Urtai Resurrected will be a counterspell and removal. We have Urza Lord High Artificer, which is to basically tap our equipment for mana. Black Sun's Zenith as a board wipe. Damnation as another board wipe. We have a Demonic Tuner to go get specific equipment that we're looking for. Feed the Swarm for enchantment removal. We have Dark Ritual for ramp, Fierce Guardianship, Force of Negation for counter spells, a High Tide for ramp, and a Sacrifice that is also for ramp. But it also goes with basically like if we have a way to kill our commander and bring it back with certain equipments, this will give us some form of mana. Going to our artifacts, we have a Banshee's Collar, which is basically we're going to hit our opponents over and over again to try and, put more charge counters on it. We have a Basilisk Collar, which is to basically get some more lifelink going. Batterbone, again, lifelink, and it will let us block with our commander. Battered Skull, vigilance and lifelink. Bitterthorn, Nissa's Animus is for ramp. Blackblade Reforged for just massive pump. Let's go ahead and update this to the cheapest while we're here. Boop. Alright, we have Blade of Selves to make multiple copies of our commander. Bladed Battle Fan basically is to make our commander indestructible. We want our opponent to basically board wipe to get rid of our commander. Bloodforged Battle Axe. To make copies of it to keep buffing our commander. Champion's Helm. Again, just buff it, and it makes it harder for our opponents to get rid of it. Colossus Hammer. Again, is just to buff it. Commander's Plate for protection and buff. Conqueror's Flail is to kind of stall our opponents on our turn. Cranial Plating is for massive pumping of our commander. Dark Steel Plate for indestructible. Dream Thief's Bandana is to steal our opponent's stuff. Excalibur's Sword of Eden is to massively pump our commander. Gavel of the Righteous is to pump our commander and give it double strike. Gold Vein Pick is for ramp. Golem Skin Gauntlets is for pump up a commander. Craft Exoskeleton is a win con. Hammer Nazan is to protect our commander and auto equip. Helm of the Host is to make massive copies of our commander. And so if they also leave the field, during our opponents for more life. Cauldron Complete is to buff up our commander, and for blocking, we can exile our opponent's creatures. Lash Writh is for basically pumping up our commander. Lashite is ramp and pumping up our commander. Loxodon Warhammer is life gain. Lucille is to basically make our opponent sack creatures for removal, and we make blockers. Lexiorgia's gift is to, one, pump up with like Lost Jite, stuff like that, even more, but also with Black Sun Zenith, it will keep our commander alive. We have Mask of Riddles, basically the little straw cards. Masterwork Ingenuity, make more copies of certain equipment. Mjolnir Stormhammer is to tap our opponent's creatures down and get some extra damage in. Nazgul Battle Mace is the Annihilator, and is basically to either steal our opponent's stuff or drain them for more life. Nettle Cyst, massively pump. Nim Death Mantle, again, this is to go with the sacrifice, so that when our commander is put into the graveyard, or like if they're gonna like do a mass exile, what we could do is we cast Sacrifice, getting the 3 mana from our commander. Hopefully have 1 land untapped. So Sacrifice and 1 land, Nim Death Mantle on board. We sack our commander for 3 mana, Nim Death Mantle trigger, tap the mana, equip, bring our commander back with Nim Death Mantle. So we still have our commander, and we still drain life equal to when our commander was removed. Pact Weapon is card advantage, and basically pumping up. Pip-Boy 3000, card draw, pump, and ramp. Resurrection Orb is to get our commander back if it dies. Ring of Evo's Isle is to basically pump up our commander, give it hexproof. Ring of Zathrid, again, keep our commander alive, make it annoying for our opponents to get rid of, and 1/1 counter. Shadow Spear for lifelink, Soul Ring for ramp. Star Forged Sword is basically just a really cheap sword that auto-equips, and we give an opponent a fish, so negotiation, a little cheap politics. Also just really love this sword. I was glad to open a foil one, so yeah, I want to put it in this deck. Sword and Feast and Famine for ramp. Sword of Fire and Ice, got the Xbox Blade, card advantage and burn. Sword of Hearth and Home is to ramp, and if we wanted to, like, try and kill someone, blink our commander. Sword and Sinew Steel is removal. Threat Power Suit is to buff up our commander, give it some protection. Trepidation Blade is to mill our opponents and buff up our commander. Umazawa's Jite, buff commander, its removal, and its life gain. Vorpal Sword is a win con. Wand of Orcus is to basically get blockers. And World Slayer. We're going to blow up the board. And when we blow up the board, basically we're going to see if we have ways to get our commander back, or if we give our commander indestructible, our commander will be the only thing on the board. Fun stuff like that. But yeah, mostly because too, after we deal the damage, we could blow up the world, and our commander still triggers, which will drain our opponents. For lands, I kept it pretty simple. We have Academy Ruins to get our equipment back, Cabal Coffers, Castle Lockdrain for card advantage, Choked Estuary for a dual land, Clearwater Pathway for a dual land, or for a modal land, Dread Ship Reef if we aren't really doing a lot, but we want to try and get mana, we'll put charge counters on it, storage counters. 10 islands, 11 swamps, Urborg to make everything a swamp, Urza's Cave, Urza's Mine, Power Plant, Tower, and Workshop for mass ramp. And yeah, so we have enough basically to try and do some stuff with. This is a casual deck, but it can lead to like instant kills, stuff like that if you just get the good hands. Let's go ahead and play test it. So we'll draw for turn 1. We'll play an island, and we'll do the Pip-Boy. Turn 2, we're going to do a swamp. Nope. Swamp. And we'll do Conqueror's Flail. Next turn, island. We could do High Tide. But we still only have the 3 mana. So we'll just cast Ukima. Next turn, what would we want to do here? We go ahead and equip. And what I'd like to do, I guess what we'll do is we'll untap, we'll equip the Pip-Boy, we'll swing with our commander, and with the Pip-Boy, what we're going to choose is untap up to 2 target lands. So here's how this is how we do this. So I guess how to get a good turn 4. We'll cast High Tide. We'll tap for the 2 mana. Equip. Go and attack. Untapping 2 lands. Second main phase. What we could do is we'll tap for the 2. Thran Power Suit. Tap for 2 more blue mana. Equip Power Suit on top of our commander. Yes, I'm okay with that. Next turn. How would we want to do this? Cast Cranial Plating and equip Cranial Plating. We'll go to combat. Swing Ukama, untapping 2 lands. We'll say we have an island tapped. Dealing all that damage. I'm not even going to count it. Second main phase, we're just going to go ahead and equip Conqueror's Flail. We'll say all the equipment on top of themselves are attached to Ukama. Next turn. We're still a little short on mana, but that's fine. What we could easily do, we're just going to cast Banshee's Blade. Swing with our commander. Untapping 2 lands. Equipping the Banshee's Blade in second main phase. So now we're going to have ways to keep doing it. There we go. Dang, we're not getting lands, but that's fine. What we'll do, we don't have any way to cast anything. So on this one, we'd swing. We'll say we draw a card and discard a card. So we drew Batterbone. We're going to go ahead and discard Batter Skull? No. Discard Molnir. So there you go. And then on the second main phase, because we can tap lands, Batterbone, which gives us a blocker. But yeah, and if our opponents for the board wipe, they would lose a bunch of life. Because that's 1 for each equipment, each artifact, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So then we have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16 life. Is that each opponent too? No, X damage to target player. So there you go. We deal 60 damage to target player and we gain 16 life. Let's go ahead and restart it. I love playing Ukama. It's so much fun. Ooh, this is not a good hand, but we're going to play it anyway. We'll draw. We'll do an island. Next turn. Frick. We'll do another island. So this can be our slow game right here. Yeah, we'll do Urza's Cave. Cast Bitterthorn. Next turn, we're going to swing with Bitterthorn. Or do we want to do that? No, we'll cast and equip Golem Skin to our Bitterthorn. Swing with it. Then we'll go to our library and we're going to go get a swamp, put it in play tapped. Yeah! Next turn. We're going to cast our commander. And then we'll equip the gauntlets to our commander. Next turn. What we'll do, we don't have a way to untap our lands, so we're just going to go ahead and equip. Here, we'll do this again. Sword of Evos Isle to our commander. And then we'll swing and swing, and with Bitterthorn we're going to get another swamp. And with this one, I think that's it. We'll do enough damage. So we'll say we have an island untapped to scare our opponents. On our next turn, we put a counter on our commander. We're going to play an island. Now we're getting like a good bit of mana. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast High Tide. Cast High Tide, getting basically 4 mana, which what I'm going to do is 2 mana. We'll do Nim Death Mantle. 2, 3 mana. We'll do 5. We'll do 5 mana. Batterskull. To give us some form of like vigilance and lifelink. Now we'll go to combat. We're gonna swing. Our commander is still getting bigger even because of these. So with that on the attack, we're gonna go get an island, put it into play, close, and then that does the damage. Next turn, upkeep, get counter on commander, and then we got another ramp spell. Sadly enough, we're not getting any of the swords. So we're going to restart. I'm okay with this one. We'll draw for turn 1. Swamp, Soul Ring, Basilisk Collar, Bloodforged Battle Axe. Next turn, Island. Cast Commander. Next turn, Castle Lochthwain. Tap, Pip-Boy. Tap, equip Pip-Boy. So here, we'll start at the list here. And then we'll also equip Bloodforged Battle Axe. Turn 3, we are swinging our commander for 4, but what I'm going to end up doing is... Yeah, we have to tap for 2 lands. We'll swing with our commander, untapping Castle Lochthwain and an island. We deal the damage. We make a copy, which is, I think it's just X. Yep, make a copy. Second main phase, we're going to equip Basilisk Collar to our commander. No, we'll equip Bloodforged Battle Axe. That way, if they go to kill our commander, we'll do the damage to them. Next turn, oh, this is good. So we're going to do, it's 1 to equip. Yeah. Ring, tap, ring, tap, tap, Basilisk Collar, swing commander, and we're going to untap these 2 lands. Deal the damage. We make a copy of Bloodforged Battle Axe. Second main phase, Umezawa Jite. Next turn, this is a turn 5, by the way. Do this. Tap. Equip. Equip. Go to combat and swing. On the attack, we're going to untap our lands because we're going to do, we have Urtai as a counterspell. So we swing, we deal the damage because our commander's unblockable unless they prevent it. We get another Bloodforged Battle Axe. This is turn 5. Look at this. Our commander is automatically at +6. And I've been forgetting to do the Zathrid. So yeah. And then Umezawa Jite has been, it'll get a counter this time around. One more, because this deck is so much fun. Oh my gosh, this is not bad. So we draw for turn 1. We're going to play a Swamp. Yep. Next turn, Castle Lochthwain. Cast Gavel of Righteousness? No. Yes? Yes. Castle of Righteousness. Gavel. We'll do an island. Cast commander. Cast our commander on curve. That's all we really want to do. Next turn. Swamp. How much is it to equip? Oh, it got a counter. We remove the counter. And so it has 1 counter. So remove the counter to equip to our commander. So here, we'll put them up here. This will be the list, the ones that stack on top. And we're just going to cast Commander's Plate and equip it to our commander. And then we'll swing. Here, let's keep that we know we can remember the upkeep triggers. On next turn is counter. And then what I want to do mostly, we're going to do Umezawa's Jite and equip it. Swing. Umezawa's Jite will get a counter. Then we have next turn. We have it. I'm doing the Bloodforged, the Starforged Sword. Yeah, and that got a counter. Starforged Sword. Swinging with our commander. Turn 6, our commander is really big. And next turn, I'm going to do Cranial Plating, depending on that damage, because our commander can't be blocked. It was always Jite. Next turn, this is turn 7. We get a counter. Our commander now has double strike. And how would I want to do this? Cool. We're just going to do Cranial Plating. Yeah, because that'd be the best thing to do. Just Cranial Plating. Buffing our commander. It now has double strike. We're probably killing somebody because what that's plus 4, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, we're killing somebody with our commander. And if they were to try and kill us, what we could do in Wild Jite is buff our commander just to burn them for more. Or just gain lifelink if we're losing too much life. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for this deck. I'll see y'all again next time. Bye-bye.